In the shadowy centuries that followed the fall of Rome, the people of Western Europe found themselves not conquerors of the forest, but prisoners within it. The ancient roads that once laced open fields grew over with dense thickets and silent, towering trees. Village by village, civilization clustered into small, closely guarded clearings, the forest pressing upon every side. These were not the broad, sunlit lands imagined by Roman surveyors. The lord of the manor, the peasant in his croft, and the parish priest saw very little of their world. To travel beyond one's own settlement was rare enough to be an event worthy of retelling for years. Inhabitants might know the call of the nightingale better than the name of their distant king, their days measured by forest shadows and the changing seasons. Isolation bred a fierce variety. The units of measurement, the dialects on every tongue, the rules for brewing ale or planting barley were as particular to a valley as the wildflowers that grew in the hedgerows. A measuring stick used in one village might appear a marvel or a joke to a traveler from the next 60 kilometers away. And yet, most would never know this. Few traveled further than the edge of the forest they called home. The landscape was authority itself, dictating the possibilities of life. Dense, untamed woods threatened to reclaim whatever laborers did not diligently hold back. Stories abounded of wolves at night, spirits in the hollows, and the dangers that prowled just beyond the last felled tree. These tales were not merely superstition, but a form of knowledge. To stray too far meant not only the risk of the unknown, but the near certainty of becoming lost, absorbed by the omnipresent wilderness. But change was coming. Around the first millennium came an unexpected ally, the climate, growing warmer and kinder than in living memory. The centuries between the 10th and the 13th marked the medieval warm period, when the bones of the earth thawed, fields doubled, and sprouts pushed optimistically ever northward and upward into the hills. What was once boundary now became opportunity. The plow chewed into ground that had been forest for centuries. This surplus of grain, so newly possible, fueled dreams of stone and glory. There would have been no clouds of dust on the roads to Chartres Cathedral, no host of armored pilgrims in the Levant, without the extra bread that now lined the bowls of commoners and nobles alike. The magic of the age was not merely in the stonework of cathedrals nor the ambitions of crusaders, but in the fragile layer of harvest that made such wonders feasible. Yet for most, daily life retained its cloistered rhythm. The news that did filter in, from Rome, from Paris, crept along muddy roads and forest paths much slower than a man could hope to travel by foot. A rumor that crossed 100 kilometers might spend a month adrift among the trees. Events in distant capitals might as well have occurred on another planet. So remote did they feel from the forested pockets where people lived and died. This was the dictatorship of the landscape, a world where geography enforced the rule of smallness and difference, where the forest was both prison and shield, and the possibilities of life were largely dictated by the struggle to carve out space from the green and indifferent woods. In these constraints, curious forms of order grew, local customs, peculiar authorities, and the humble steadiness of lives measured in leagues of trees, each patch of sunlight a small victory against the ancient, encircling dark.